Hey, I get it when you're staring at a long list of generators. The biggest question is, will this actually keep my lights on when the grid goes out, or am I just wasting money on something that sits in the garage gathering dust? That feeling of hesitation is real, especially when you've got a family to protect, a home office that can't afford to lose power, or an RV that you want to be ready for the next adventure. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the Westinghouse 7500 peak watt EFI dual fuel generator and tell you if it makes sense for you, or if you should keep looking. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the core promise this unit makes: a portable generator that can run off either gasoline or propane, with an electric start, enough juice to handle essential home loads, and a few safety features built in. Those are exactly the things most buyers are looking for when they research home backup generator. The question is how well it delivers on those promises once you actually plug it in. Who should consider this generator? If you're a homeowner living in an area that sees occasional storms or grid instability, and you want a single machine that can keep your refrigerator, a few lights, and maybe a small home office up and running, the 7500 peak watt rating is a solid middle ground. It's also a decent fit for RV owners who need a reliable source for air conditioning, electric water pumps, and kitchen appliances while on the road. Finally, small-scale job site crews who need a portable power source for tools like a circular saw or a light tower can benefit from the dual fuel flexibility, especially when they have to work around fuel availability. Who should skip it? If you're looking for an all-in-one solution that can run a central air conditioner, an electric water heater, and a full-size electric stove simultaneously, you'll quickly discover this unit hits its limits. The 7500 peak watt rating translates to about 6,000 running watts, which means you'll need to prioritize loads. Also, if you're a camper who only wants a compact, lightweight generator under 15 pounds, the Westinghouse is on the heavier side close to 100 pounds, so you'll probably prefer a smaller gasoline-only model. Now let's get into the practical strengths. The biggest advantage is the dual fuel capability. In the field, that flexibility can be a game changer. Imagine a storm knocking out the power, but your gas station is closed because of road conditions. You still have a propane tank on hand and can switch the generator over without any additional adapters. The transition is as simple as turning a valve and restarting the engine, thanks to the electronic fuel injection (EFI) system that adjusts automatically. That EFI also means the engine starts smoother and runs cleaner than older carbureted models, which translates to less wear over time. Another strength is the remote electric start. You don't have to crawl under the unit with a pull cord when it's cold outside. Just press a button on the front panel, and the generator cranks up. In a real-world scenario, that's a huge convenience if you have to start it in the middle of the night or while dealing with a power outage in a garage. The built-in CO sensor adds a layer of safety by shutting the unit down if carbon monoxide levels rise, something you'll appreciate if you're using it indoors for an emergency. The outlet layout is also worth mentioning. You get multiple 120-volt outlets, including a couple of 20-amp ones that can handle heavier tools, and a 240-volt outlet for larger appliances. This means you can plug a mini-split air conditioner and a fridge at the same time, as long as you keep an eye on total draw. The configuration feels thought out for everyday backup situations, not just a single appliance. On the downside, the most common complaint among owners of similar dual-fuel generators is the noise level. The Westinghouse isn't the quietest on the market. At load you'll hear a steady hum that can be intrusive if you're trying to sleep in a small RV or a basement. It's not a deal breaker for most homeowners, but if silent operation is a top priority, you might look for an inverter model with sound dampening enclosures. Fuel consumption is another realistic trade-off. When you run it on gasoline, you'll get roughly 10 hours of runtime on a 6-gallon tank at half load. On propane, the same load drains a standard 20-pound tank in about 10 hours as well. That's decent, but it means you have to plan refueling or tank swaps if you expect a prolonged outage. Some users mistakenly think a dual-fuel unit will double your runtime. In practice, you still need to carry enough fuel for the duration you anticipate. The startup process, while electric, can be a little finicky if you haven't primed the fuel system properly. The EFI system requires the fuel lines to be clear, and if you've stored the unit for months without running it, you might need to run the engine a few minutes to clear any vapor lock.